Hello, this is Monique McDonald. And if you're looking for more one-on-one help with your voice and how to make it magnetic, I want to invite you to check out my coaching packages at themagneticvoice.com. Then click Transform with Monique and book a complimentary connection call. Let's see if we can find a package for you that will fit all of your needs. I'm so grateful for your listening to the Magnetic Voice podcast, and I can't wait to meet you and continue the conversation. Take care. See you soon.
Welcome to The Magnetic Voice, here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel, a show where speakers and singers learn how to be more magnetic and align their voices to the divine within. Today, episode 82, Leap Year, Mysteries of the Extra Day. And now your host, Monique McDonald.
Hello and welcome to the Magnetic Voice podcast. My name is Monique McDonald, and I am here with the lovely Shannon Kropf. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Monique. I'm sitting over here. You guys out there can't see it, but I'm making faces at her in the camera. So, yeah. Hello.
Hello. And welcome everyone out there listening today. We're so glad that you are here. Shannon, today we're going to be talking about leap year.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't realize it was a leap year until I was looking at my calendar a few days ago.
I'm not sure that I realized it until you said it just now.
I know. It's so interesting because, this happens every 4 years, and it's something that is sort of always, we know that it happens.
Right.
But I feel like every single leap year, I'm surprised. Oh, it's a leap year. Wow.
Wow.
And wow. And what does that even mean?
Right. And it always surprises me. And it's like, the Olympics are every 4 years and they don't surprise me. But I feel like it's a long time between every leap year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It is an interesting concept. And I feel like, I remember the first time somebody said leap year to me, and I was like,
Yay.
Does that mean we get to skip years?
We get to frolic. No, I went somewhere else with it. Okay. No, you went to skip years.
Funny.
Okay.
Skip year, right? Leap over in years.
Right.
And you went to frolic, and I love that. I love that idea. And I can't wait to really play with this a little bit during our time together today.
Ooh, fun.
But first, I want to talk about, when I decided I wanted to talk about this, I had to, of course, ask Mr. Google.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we have leap years?
Right.
What is that about?
And what is it about? What did Mr. Google say?
Mr. Google told me that this adjustment is necessary to synchronize the calendar year with the solar year.
Right.
And without the addition of this extra day, the calendar would gradually drift out of sync with the astronomical year.
Crazy.
What?
That's crazy. Why didn't
Isn't that crazy?
Why didn't we just make a calendar year the same as a solar year?
Well, that's the question.
Does Mr. Google know that?
Mr. Google has all kinds of convoluted mental and intellectual reasons for that. Basically, the Gregorian calendar, which is the most widely used calendar system today, introduced the concept of leap years in the 16th century.
Okay. So we went a good long while without it.
And all was well.
And all was well. So tell me why Pope Gregory had to muck it up.
Well, because they wanted, I'm going to say my interpretation of it.
Okay.
Take it for what it's worth. This is no longer Mr. Google speaking. This is Miss McDonald speaking.
Got it.
The people before the Catholic Church were living according to the sun
Yes.
and the earth.
Yes.
And the people in power wanted to create the days according to their agendas so that people would work on specific days and so that the man-made calendar would line up better with
Interesting.
God's calendar.
Right.
That's what
Right.
I think
Right.
about it.
Well,
and, a way to control time. I
Yeah.
mean, because that is the most mystical
Yes.
and uncontrollable aspect of life.
Yes.
Time.
And it's interesting. Let me, bring out my music history nerd here. One of the reasons we have written music today is because Pope Gregory wanted to standardize all of the Roman Catholic Church's music and services. So the reason we have, the specific masses on specific days, and the reason you sing a specific Gregorian chant is because he wanted everybody, because it's, Catholic meaning universal, it's the universal church. He wanted everybody singing the same songs and doing the same masses at the same time everywhere.
Boy.
And that, I mean, you're talking about controlling time and people working on certain days. Apparently, and I'm, again, this is not Mr.
This
Google.
is Mrs. Kropf talking.
This is Mrs. Kropf talking. Apparently, he had such a need to control everything about. I don't want to say something so specific as like people's lives, but it was a show of his power that he could make people worship God in this way at this time. And I think the calendar thing has got to hook into that, right?
Right. Absolutely. And so, leap year is something that is kind of this, it is a man-made thing.
Yeah.
But I think of it as this really crazy wild card.
Yes.
That, this extra day.
Yeah.
That just feels like this most cool.
Yes. Magical.
Extra.
Yes.
Magical, mystical thing. And of course, that's because of the way I look at life. For some people, it's very superstitious, and some people believe that it brings bad luck.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, of course, right? We always have the dark and the light, but
of course,
for a lot of people, and in a lot of cultures, they use the 29th day to celebrate significant life events.
Right.
Such as getting married or starting a business.
Right.
Right. And there's a tradition in Ireland, one of our most Catholic states, where the 29th of February, the leap year, is the only day that women are allowed to propose to men.
How interesting. I did not know
And
that.
isn't that funny? And apparently this tradition started because Saint Bridget complained to Saint Patrick that women had to wait too long for a proposal. So the
on,
legend
Bridget.
goes, see, right? Go on, Bridget. So the legend was like St. Patrick's death supposedly declared that on leap day, women could propose.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that funny?
That is crazy. And I got to do something with that. I don't have anybody to propose to, but surely
Well,
we can
they're
honor
talking
that.
about proposing marriage, but I suppose you could
know.
propose anything.
I propose some random thing. I don't know. I got to join in the tradition, man.
Oh my goodness. And some traditions just embrace the uniqueness of leap year day as a reason to celebrate.
Yeah.
So they, plan special parties or gatherings to mark an unusual occurrence or something that they want to start a tradition with, or,
Yeah.
an opportunity for people to come together and enjoy a day that doesn't happen every year.
Right. I've always, my whole life, February 29th rolls around and I feel like I should be doing something special and interesting, but I don't ever know what that thing is. So it just turns into another weekday or weekend day, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Right.
this is interesting to me that, clearly other people have this urge to mark this unusual mystical day in some way.
I kind of love that idea, and it is an extra day that for whatever reason, even though it might have, the origins of it might have been for somebody to control things. We get to decide
Right.
what we're going to do with that extra
Right.
day.
Yeah.
So I thought it might be fun to just think about it.
Yeah.
What would we like to do to celebrate? What do we want to propose on our extra day?
Wow.
Right?
Well,
Isn't that fun?
it's like, should I be really spiritual about it, or should I say something fun? What would I do if I had literally an extra day? I don't know the answer to that.
I know. Well, and that's what I love about what we do, Shannon, is that we talk about these things and we give suggestions, but at the end of the day, the end of the extra day,
The end of the extra day.
Because it's the awareness, right? And so it doesn't sneak up on you, and
Right.
it's just becomes another day. And I
Yeah.
love what you said, which is so interesting, because this idea, well, I feel like I should be doing something different, right?
Yeah.
Because it is a leap year, it is a leap year day, but I don't really know what that is. Should it be something fun? Should it be something spiritual? Should it be something? And then because we have so many choices, we end up not doing anything, which happens, I think, a lot to us.
Especially shopping on Amazon.
Exactly.
Sorry, please go ahead.
No, it's true. It's true. And that reminds me of my friend who came to visit me this was probably about 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
My friend that was one of my best friends from Paris came to visit me, and I took him to one of our huge grocery stores, and on the list was,
laundry detergent.
Right.
And I said, okay, you take this part of the list and I'll go get the other parts of the. And so I came back and I was looking for him everywhere in the grocery store. And I found him standing in front of the laundry detergent.
Yep. Yep.
And shaking his head. And I said,
Yep.
Robert, what's going on? And he said, how do you ever decide?
Yes. Yes.
And then I looked and, it's something that we are so used to. It never even occurred to me.
Yep.
But there are 10 different kinds of laundry detergent.
There's
in
10
front of
different
this man.
kinds of powder detergent, and there's 10 different kinds of liquid detergent, and there's 10 different kinds of concentrate. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of weird.
It is.
Anyway.
It is. It's kind of weird. So anyway, we digress.
Yes.
But that's what happens often.
Yeah.
When we have this extra day.
Yes.
For example, that doesn't come along every year. And we have so many choices. We don't make any. So I'm going to invite everyone within the sound of my voice to choose something special to do on the 29th of February this year. And it doesn't matter what it is.
Just so long as it's something.
As long as it's something. And as we discussed at the beginning of our time together, leap means something different to all of us.
Yes, clearly.
Right? So what does leap mean for you, and what could you do to celebrate that? The other thing I wanted to talk about is leap year birthdays.
Oh, that's always been so interesting.
Isn't that interesting? And one of my favorite human beings on the planet is a leap year, a leap day baby, as they're called, or a leapling.
Oh, interesting.
And that is the great Tony Robbins.
Ah,
who has had such a huge impact on the planet.
Yeah.
He was one of my first teachers. And obviously coined the term coach, which I'm a life coach as well as a vocal coach. Coined the term outside of sports, sure. Right? Which is what we usually know coaches to be. But he always does, really interesting things on his birthday. And one of his biggest babies, shall we say, is human trafficking.
Right.
Two of his main goals in life is that no one should ever be hungry. And no one should be bought and sold.
Amen to that.
And so he often has events where he raises money and raises funds for those two amazing issues that he is standing in the gap for.
Right.
And that's another way that we can mark this day.
Yeah.
What do we want to stand in the gap of so that people can leap from hunger into being fed, from slavery into freedom? What do we want to stand in the gap of? What might that be? It might be just, volunteering at a soup kitchen.
Right.
It might be, looking up your local chapter of Humans Against Trafficking.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. The point is that we have an extra day this year. And it offers us a new perspective,
Right.
a new perspective to look at things, an extra day. And I'm really kind of curious. I don't know what I'm going to do either, but I am open to the possibilities, and I know that I'm going to be given a divine idea,
Sure.
a way to mark this.
Yeah.
I always felt like when I became aware that it was a leap year, that something magical is possible. Something that I never thought of, that would never normally occur to me,
Right.
an extraordinary opportunity. And I know that you, as well as I do, believes that if we think it, so it is.
Yeah.
And so when we start looking for these unique opportunities, we find them.
Right.
For example, right now, Shannon, it's starting to snow here in New York.
Oh, I miss snow.
And I'm facing my bank of windows that my piano is in front of. And the snow is falling in such a way that it looks like it's falling up.
Oh, yes.
It's the
yes.
strangest thing ever. And because I'm looking at it, having this conversation that we're having right now, I'm seeing it from a unique perception
Right.
of what's possible.
Yeah.
We expect the snow to fall down, right?
Right.
But sometimes it falls up. And with that, happy leap year, my darling Shannon.
Happy leap year.
Happy leap year, all of you darlings out there listening to us today. We bless you and can't wait to hear about how you leaped in the leap year this year. Oh, here we are in a leap year, in a magical leap year. Let's take a deep breath together and allow our minds to wander. And breathe into what is possible. We have an extra day this year. We have an extra day. It's a gift. It's an opening. It's an idea of unlimited possibility. When I think of leaping, I think of jumping over something, going a little faster, taking a shortcut, leaping into something unknown. Jumping forward in development and understanding. Take a deep breath with me What is a leap for you? What if you could jump spirals, jump into a whole new paradigm of what life is for you, what life means to you? What if you could jump into a new way of thinking about things? What if you could jump into a space that needs your voice, that needs your presence to fill a void? As we look into the mystery of an opening, the mystery of an extra 24 hours to express something new, to allow something new to move through you, an opening into the unlimited, into the unseen, into the unknown. There have been so many stories of doors, of a wardrobe, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that opened into a new world, a crack in time, a moment where you can dive into a new you. Dive into the truth of you, the beauty of you. Dive into a part of you that you may have not been paying attention to, that's waiting for you to open to it, to leap into it. As we breathe together today and hold space for this unknown, unseen, unlimited opening, take a moment with me and feel yourself expanding into it. You don't have to know what it is. You don't have to figure anything out. All there is to do is to expand within yourself. Feel your consciousness, feel yourself getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Expanding into the unknown, into the mystery of life itself, opening deeper and deeper. Just fill the container that is you with more and more opening, exploration. more and more available for the unknown, for the divine Great Spirit to fill you. To fill the part of you that is not figuring anything out, that just is. And as you breathe and open and allow more and more to be revealed to you, we say thank you for this moment of mystery.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Magnetic Voice here on the Experience of the Soul podcast channel. This channel is made possible because of listeners just like you. If you would like to support the channel with your tax-deductible contribution on an ongoing basis or through a one-time gift, head over to experienceofthesoul.com/support. The Magnetic Voice is copyright 2022 Monique McDonald, all rights reserved. Our theme music is composed by Dave Kropf and used with permission. The Experience of the Soul podcast channel is a production of 818 Studios.
Hey friends, Sean here, your Experience of the Soul producer. I want to take a moment to tell you about something truly exciting. The SoulWorks online community, created by your host, Cynthia Alice Anderson, and available on the Mighty Networks app. If you're looking for a place where you can explore your spiritual path, connect with others, and grow in a meaningful way, then this is for you. SoulWorks is so much more than an online community. It's a safe, inclusive space for spiritual exploration, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Inside the community, you'll find everything from uplifting spiritual studies to soul-centered growth practices, meditations, affirmations, and so much more. It's a space where you'll always be supported and never judged. The best part, membership is free. You'll have access to powerful resources, inspiring content, and a supportive group of like-minded people who are all on their own unique spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there are premium options available to enhance your experience with a live Monday night talk series and extended, deeper meditations. If you're seeking a place to connect, grow, and nurture your soul, we would love to have you join us in the SoulWorks community and see where this journey can take you. Visit my.soulworkscommunity.com today.